Moscow vows to hunt down the criminals behind last month's crash of a Russian flight in Egypt. At a Kremlin meeting, it was revealed that traces of explosives were found on plane fragments. All 244 people aboard that flight were killed. CCTV's Lorna Shaddick brings us more on the investigation from Moscow.
This carnage was caused by a bomb, in fact by a kilogram of TNT. That's the verdict from the Kremlin, which had at first played down assertions from Western countries that the 224 people on board this Metrojet plane were killed by terrorists. Traces of explosive were found on passengers' belongings and bits of the fuselage. That's what the head of Russia's security services told Vladimir Putin at a late-night meeting on Monday. The president now vows to get tough. Outside Moscow's central mosque, many Russians, Muslim and not, agree that the airstrikes are needed.
If they feel our force, they'll stop doing terror acts. There will be no one left to carry out terror acts.
If Russia doesn't do it, people will have a taste of it here, and I don't wish that on anyone.
It took 10 years to build this, the newest mosque in Russia's capital, and it's still one of just 6 in the city. When he opened it earlier this year, President Putin praised Muslim leaders for resisting extremism. But ever since he came to power back in 1999, he's been fighting Muslim rebels in Russia's south. And he sees airstrikes in Syria against IS as part of the same battle. That's something the president emphasized on Tuesday, Russia's experience in dealing with terror.
It is not for the first time that Russia faces barbaric terrorist attacks without any obvious reasons, internal or external, like a blast at the railway station in Volgograd in 2013. We have not forgotten anyone or anything.
Experts say the timing of the disclosure isn't an accident.
I think the announcement, of course, was calculated politically. That sort of sets Russia together in a coalition of victims of terror. But that's really true. Both Russia and France and Turkey, that all puts them together in one group of victims of ISIS attacks. So it's natural that they eventually reach the conclusion about the sources of those attacks and the causes of the plane crash.
As President Hollande of France prepares to visit Moscow next week, the Russian message is clear. We too are victims of terror, but we're fighting back, and you should join us. Lorna Shaddick, CCTV, Moscow.